Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you in a way how to make an AI Lara Acosta. Okay, so basically I'm going to use AI and Crew AI specifically to automate the process of generating content for your LinkedIn. Now, if you don't know who Lara Acosta is, she's like a LinkedIn influencer of sorts, specializes in building personal brands over on LinkedIn. And she made this video recently that's right here. It's actually showing how to get viral LinkedIn posts with just a few ChatGPT prompts. So I thought it would be cool to make a little mini project and show you how to automate her prompts with Crew AI. And so let's see, let's go back to the blog post. So this is just a Jupyter notebook, but this is how this program is going to work. Okay, so we have 3 AI agents. That's our crew, right? So we're using Crew AI to do this. Alright, and then we have 3 tasks, and each agent is going to perform a task, and then all we're going to do is take one input, which is a description of like you and your personal brand or your niche or whatever. And in the end, we're going to have the crews do everything, and then we'll get our 5-hour post right here. Right, so the first AI agent is a content strategist. The second is a social media planner who's going to generate hooks. And then the final one is a ghostwriter who will actually write the content. Now, this is going to happen sequentially, so I'll get into some more details later, but I just wanted to show this thing in action. So let's just take a look. So this is an example result for me. So I'm a freelance machine learning engineer, and so I did put that in the description when it prompted me to, and this was the result. So I got my 5 posts. I can just copy and paste them. And that's it. It took me 2 seconds. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's actually just let's delete this. Okay, and then I'm going to run it. Yeah, so I'm going to run that in real time in this video, and then I'll show you how it works. Before I do that, let's take a look at some example prompts. So this is how the framework works. So the content strategist is going to ideate content pillars, which are just like themes or topics, or like sub niches within my niche or brand. So in the prompt, I do give an example of what that might look like. So I'm a freelance machine learning engineer. That's just me still. Then I'm like my entrepreneur friend who has an AI agency. He has like content pillars that he makes his topic content around on these 4 things, right? And so, and then there's a mission statement from his website. And then basically I'm asking like, what would they be for me? Right, and then that's actually not, so I'm not going to see that result. That's going to be handed off to the social media planner agent. And he's going to take those and he's going to run with it and generate hooks based off of each of those topics. Okay, and so you can check that prompt out. And again, these prompts I actually got from Lara's video, so definitely check it out and watch that originally to understand her process. And then the final prompts that the ghostwriter is going to do, which is literally just generate a viral post. The key here is that I gave examples of posts that went viral, so the rest of those like future learning, so it knows what to sort of emulate. Yeah, so that's it. Let's run it and show how it works in real time. So, well here, before I do this, so let me just say, so if you're, I guess, non-technical and you want to try this out, what you need is you need to go to OpenAI and you need to get the subscription and get an API key, and then create a .env file. I don't want to open this here, but create a .env file and then put your OpenAI key in there. Okay, and then that's what you need. Then you need to download Anaconda if you don't have that already. And then from Anaconda, you're going to run these lines. So this is going to activate a virtual environment, or it's going to create one. So I think this is actually incorrect. This should be create. So conda create. Then conda activate, and that activates your virtual environment. So this is the name of your virtual environment. And then pip install crew AI, clone my repo, and then run poetry lock, poetry install. And then once you do that, now you can run the project. And so that's what I'm going to do right here. So let me show you the command line here. Okay, and then so yeah, crew AI run. So it's going to run, shouldn't take too long here. Some warnings, some weird update they have, don't worry about that. So it's going to ask me, do you want a description of me? In just a second. There we go. Say, or freelance machine learning. Focusing on MLOps, okay. Oh, you know what, let's just say AWS. Yeah, it just runs that. And that's literally all you need to do, so. Yeah, so it's just doing its thing. So like you can see, it's thinking about what potential ideas here. Okay, and then it's going pretty fast. Finish chain, and we got, okay, now I think we're on that onto post now. Yes, okay, so actually, so let's just let that run. And then I'm actually going to show you it generated a hooks file, and that's because I saved the hooks. So let's put this away. And let's take a look. There you go, these are the hooks. Let's do open preview. And there you go, it's in a nice table. You got your hooks right here. So Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Friday. We got machine learning stuff. We got AWS, case studies, some industry stuff, and then technical tutorials. So that's my content, or my hooks around those themes for the week. And there we go, there's a LinkedIn post now generated as well. So let me just close this. Okay. Open preview. Where is it? And there we have it. Oh, I guess you already saw this at the beginning, but these are posts following the viral ones that I gave in the prompt. And yeah, these are posts all generated. I can just copy and paste them. Probably would want to edit them, make them sound like more like me, but yeah, that's it. So you can definitely try that out for your own use case. I think the real magic happens though is when you actually customize it for your own workflow. So that is what I'm going to do now. So let's just okay, yeah, everything's fine. So yeah, so let's talk about the code now. So this is how Crew AI works. So if you have Crew AI installed in a virtual environment, this is what you can run. Crew AI create project name, so whatever name you want to give. In this case, I chose LinkedIn. And then it's going to generate all of this that you can see here. I mean, not these files or this image here, but everything else is like template code that it'll give you. Okay, not the notebooks file, ignore that too, but yeah, so it'll give you like all of this, and the only files you need to care about are these 5 here. So I'm going to ignore the rest of this blog post because that's where I'm just talking about it, so I'm going to show you the files here separately. I think it'll be a bit easier to read here, so yeah, so let's go over them now. So let's just go back to this image. So tasks.yaml. So that file is pretty important. I guess they're all important, but this is where we define these 3 tasks here. So first task is to ideate content pillars. So that's where I put that prompt and be like, hey, here's 5 ideas, or here's like an entrepreneur friend. These are the things he talks about that he had for his agency, and yeah. So and then here's a bit more context about their mission statement for their company. And so the question is, what would they be for me? Now for Crew AI, you can actually specify what you want your output to look like. So that's pretty good in making sure things work as intended. So yeah, so that's it. The other thing to note is this thing in curly brackets. So that's the thing that I inputted. So this is, if you put something in curly brackets, then it does expect that as an input later when you run your main.py file. So I'll show that later, but yeah, so just remember that's how you specify inputs for inside the command line. But yeah, that's it. These are the same. You just enter this. The description is basically your prompt that you would put into ChatGPT if you were to do this manually. And then expected output just helps you make sure you get what you're actually like trying to get. So that's for tasks. So the other one is agents.yaml. Now this is where you describe your agents. So this I didn't have any prompting help from Lara, so you have to do this yourself or if you want to customize it, but it's so straightforward. Just describe what your agent is and what they do or what they are about. The goal here, because we have like a one-on-one mapping of task to agent, this is pretty obvious. Like the content strategist's goal is just to make 5 themes or content pillars for the person. And then you also want to give a name that makes sense. Yeah, so that's it for these. Then just do the same for the other ones. Okay, and then now we get into the crew.py file. So there's 3 things that I want to mention here. A lot of this code is you'll get from the template. So you have your agents, and then you also will call on your tasks here. So first thing I want to say, you load in your config files, your task and agent YAML files. This makes it seem like you're calling on like strings as if it was a dictionary. Don't worry about that. Crew does take care of that. Make sure it this works as intended. So this will call on your content strategist task or agent it will call on your content strategist agent there. So this tools, I'm going to come back to that in a sec. Next thing is, okay, so let me just note output file. This is straightforward. Just save the result from the LLM inside a markdown file here. So that's why we got these files here. So we got this one for the posts, and then for the hooks, I also saved that as well. And yeah, this is the last thing, or this is the second last thing I want to talk about. So sequential just means one task after another. That's exactly what we're doing. Do this, then this, then this. You can specify hierarchical. Check the docs out if you want to do that. But yeah, so that might be an option if you want to do things at the same time. But this one works here in this case. So, and it probably will for a lot of your cases. Yeah, so that's it. That's the crew.py file. I think it's straightforward once you understand their template code. The real magic here, again, is tools. So let's actually check the custom tools that we loaded in. That's going to be inside a tools folder right here, custom tool.py. So because we're just following prompts that Lara gave in her video, we did not need tools. But tools are basically functions that you would give to AI agents to do other things like scrape the web or search YouTube. I don't know what else. Load in a different model, do sentiment analysis on some text, whatever. The sky's the limit, really. But you would define those functions here, and then you would give them to your AI agents to use. And this is also important because these are large language models. AI agents need to know what the tools are about, so it'll use the ones that are appropriate. But yeah, so that's the tool. So just make sure you use that to your best of your ability if you need it. I think that's really where the power in this Create AI thing is, to sort of give these AI agents access to unique functions that can actually do things that your, I guess, employees would do, and I guess you could fire them. So, but yeah, I guess that's what AI is doing anyway, so might as well take advantage of it. And that's it. The last thing is just the main.py file. This file is stupid simple, literally just runs the whole thing. The only thing that I mentioned is you have in your task.yaml. Just go to the top. This is what I said. This was an input variable, so there you go. There's your input variable. Put Python's input function. Enter the description of yourself or an inner brand here, which is exactly what I had done. And then it generates all the markdown files that we had. And I think that's it. So let's just scroll to the bottom of the blog post. Yeah, so that's it. Definitely try customizing this. Automate your Twitter content generation. Yeah, automate even more LinkedIn posts. You can generate like 5 different drafts per topic and then pick the best one. Yeah, like I keep saying, sky's the limit with this stuff. Be creative, automate your workflows, save time, and make more money. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I think in the next part, I'll like try and turn this into a web app or something. Maybe I'll add some tools, make it a bit better. But yeah, if that interests you, definitely subscribe for more, and I'll see you then.